is dance?
So dance may involve a fixed vocabulary of movements that have no meaning in themselves, as in much of ballet and European folk dance or pantomime, and symbolic gestures may be used, as in many Asian dance forms. Peoples of different cultures dance differently and for varying purposes. Their varied forms of dance can reveal much about their way of life. And what is the history of dance?
From the earliest moment of known human history, dance accompanied ritual, spiritual gathering, and social events. As a conduct of trance, spiritual force, expression, performance, and interaction, dance became infused into our nature from the earliest moment of our existence. From the moment when first African tribes covered themselves and were bent to the spreading of music and dance across all four corners of the world, without a doubt, dancing remains one of the most expressive forms of communication that we know.
What are the 5 elements of dance?
The first element of dance is the body. In dance, the body is the mobile figure or shape felt by the dancer and seen it by others. The body is sometimes relatively still and sometimes changing as the dancer moves in place or travels throughout the dance area. So, the dancers may emphasize specific parts of their body in a dance phrase or use their whole body all at once. The second element of dance is action. So, action is any human movement included in the act of dancing. It can include dance steps, facial movements, partner lips, gestures, and even everyday movements such as walking. So, dance is made up of streams of movement and pauses. So, action refers not only to steps and sequences, but also to pauses and moments of relative stillness.
The third element of the dance is a space. So what is space? Space is the area in which the body moves. So when we are talking about space, it's all about the distance, the level, and etc. where the action of the dance takes place. Moreover, dance moves through space in an endless variety of ways. So the fourth element of the dance is a time. Time is usually based on the beats in the music. So how does the body move in relation to time so that the choreographer how to make a decisions about timing, other movements, quick or slow, or certain steps repeated in different speeds during the work, such as a freeze, their pose, tempo, stop or start, quick or sustain. Last is a rhythm, is even or a non-even. So the fifth element of the dance is energy. So energy is the force with which the bodies move. So how the dancer move through space and time with energy. So energy help us to identify how the dancers move, what efforts are they using. Perhaps their movements rather are sharp and strong, or maybe they are light and free. Energy also represents the quality of the movement, its power and richness of the dance. So, to better explain, these are the some ways to think about energy, such as first is a force, if it's strong or a soft. Second is the quality of the dance, if it's shaking or delicate. Therefore, the element of energy is important in the dance. Finally, a great way to remember the 5 elements of the dance is by thinking of the acronym BASTEC. B is for body, A is for action, S is for space, T is for time, and E is for energy.
What are the types of dance?
Dance has been a part of human culture
since the very earliest communities and civilizations, with recorded evidence of dancing found dating back to 30,000 years ago. Since then, different dances have changed, merged, and evolved into what we say in today's well-known dance genres. So I have here 10 most popular types of dance. First is ballet. Ballet dance developed during the Italian Renaissance, before evolving in France and Russia into a concert dance meant for public performance. So this is in the form of ballet, in which the dance is choreographed into classical music. So let's proceed to the second, which is the ballroom dance. So ballroom dance is a type of partner dance, originating at the end of the 16th century in France. So this is commonly used for a shorthand for partner dance. And ballroom dance has evolved into two main sub-genres, and these are standard and smooth, or Latin and rhythm. And the third one is the contemporary dance. So contemporary dance developed into the mid-20th century. So contemporary dance is now one of the most popular and technical forms of dance, studied and performed professionally, especially in the US and Europe. So next is hip-hop dance. Hip-hop dancing refers to a range of street dances that develop in relation to hip-hop music and culture. And hip-hop dancing dates back into the early 1970s in New York and California, evolving out of funk and the development of the break beat. So the fifth one is jazz. So jazz dancing has its roots since 17th century African tradition brought Americas via the Atlantic slave trade, as slaves continued dancing as traditions in Brazil, the US, and elsewhere in the continents. So Miss Taraya will continue to discuss the remaining 5 types of dances.
Tap dance. A dance performed wearing shoes fitted with metal tops, characterized by rhythmical tapping of the toes and heels. Folk dance. A folk dance is a dance developed by people that reflect the life of the people of a certain region or country. Not all ethnic dances are folk dance. For example, ritual dances or dances of rituals origin are not considered to be a folk dance. Irish dance. It refers to a group of traditional dance form originating from Ireland, encompassing dancing both solo and in groups, and dancing for social, competitive, and performance purposes. Irish dance became a significant part of Irish culture, particularly for Irish nationalist movements. Modern dance is a broad genre of Western concert or theatrical dance which includes dance styles such as ballet, folk, ethnic, religious, and social dancing, and primarily arose out of Europe and the United States in the late 19th and early 20th century. Swing dance is a group of social dances that developed with the swing style of jazz music in the 1920s to 1940s, with the origin of each dance predating the popular swing era. It is a lively style of social dancing in which a dancer often lifts, spin, and flip his or her partner, considered both hip and cool. Swing dancing is a favorite among social dancers of all ages.
What are some examples of dances?
So, here are the following most popular examples of dance. First is the rumba. Since its creation in the 1930s, many types of rumba have been created. So, most famously, Cuban rumba, Catalan rumba, flamenco rumba, and African rumba. Dance focuses on sensual hip movements, and when it came to England, the anglicized spelling rumba became widely used to distinguish this ballroom dance from traditional Cuban rumba. Second is mambo. This up-tempo dance appeared in Cuba in the late 1930s, accompanied by the music of the same name, and by the 1950s it had taken the Latin dance world by storm, replacing rumba in the United States as the most fashionable Latin dance. The third is the ballet. One of the most technical and famous of all performances dances. Ballet is popular all around the world. It was originally created in 15th century Renaissance in Italy, but it soon became popular in countries such as France and Russia. There are 4 different types of ballet taught and performed around the world today. These include the classical, neoclassical, contemporary, and romantic. The most widely known and performed ballet style. So the fourth one is the belly dance. The first belly dancers were a group of traveling dancers known as the gawaze. These women were considered gypsies in the Egypt in the 18th century and were banished from Cairo during the 1830s. They went on to perform in Upper Egypt, in the Middle East, and Europe. The Arikwe genre of belly dancing began to develop through the 1990s, adapting elements from folk dance, ballet, and the Latin dance, and even American marching bands. So, belly dancing gained popularity in the United States in the 1960s during a time when more women were become free spirits. So the fifth is the folk dance. The folk dance is popular all around the world in hundreds of unique variations and styles. Folk dance represents cultural heritage and ethnic history of people who live in a certain region or country. They are usually performed of dance gatherings with the accompaniment of traditional music of the region. The following items will be continuous by Ms. Malka.
Disco emerged during the 1970s. It's said that disco music has since influenced electronic dance music. Breakdance, one of the most athletic dances in the world, became popular in 1970s as a street dance in New York. Usually danced solo, dancers either choreographed or free-form dance.